I can't deny, I am one of those people who will get disappointed when I can't tell if the person I am thinking of isn't thinking of me. Yes, I sometimes ask them. However, this behavior ended when I discovered that there are signs from the universe that someone is thinking of you. The signs made me feel more special when I could tell I was on someone else's mind. One thing we all have to learn is that we are all interconnected. This connection is magnified when the person is your soulmate or is close to you. Knowing that a person is thinking of you brings you closer, and in my mind, signifies that we are meant to be. I also get a certain kind of comfort knowing they feel the same way about me. Loving someone and knowing they love you too is one of the best feelings in the world. Did you know you can sense when someone is thinking of you? Your higher self is aware of this spiritual and psychic connection, so you are not crazy if you think you feel like your significant other is thinking about you. Your energies are aligned, and it becomes even stronger when it is directed to you. If you have always had a sneaking suspicion that someone is thinking of you, but did not have enough proof, you are in the right place. I will share some of the signs from the universe that someone is thinking of you that will explain that weird feeling. 15 signs from the universe that someone is thinking of you. Knowing these signs from the universe that someone is thinking of you will finally let you know that you are not making things up. You have a psychic connection that lets you know whenever you are on each other's minds. The signs are: 1. You catch yourself smiling. Admit it, we have all been in situations where we found ourselves smiling for no apparent reason. When I was younger, my grandmother would tell me it was because my lover was thinking of me. This was not a good thing to my young mind, and I would cry over it. Nowadays, knowing that someone I love is thinking of me only makes my smile grow wider. You will find yourself smiling subconsciously because your mind already knows what you are sensing before the rest of your body catches up. Your spiritual self is much quicker to feel things than you are, and your body will react unknowingly. The subconscious smiling can happen at inappropriate times, and you might not even be aware you are smiling unless someone points it out. It is almost impossible to kill the smile even when you discover you are doing it. Don't fight it. Enjoy the feeling and take comfort in knowing that someone out there is thinking of you. 2. You dream of them. It is a truth widely acknowledged that if you dream of someone, they are thinking of you. Dreams are the most common ways our higher selves communicate to us, establishing a psychic connection between us and others. If you find yourself continually dreaming of someone, they might be trying to reach out to you. Their consciousness is connected with yours, and the positive thoughts they feel towards you are drawing your consciousness to them. You might sometimes dream of the person themselves, but in some cases, you might find yourself dreaming of things that remind you of them or that hold significance to them. Keep track of how many times they appear in your dreams. One of the best ways to do this is by keeping a dream journal. It will help you keep records of the dreams they appear in, and can help you decipher the message they are sending you. 3. You sense their energy. As weird as it sounds, you can sometimes feel someone's presence even when you are miles apart. Speaking from experience, I have found myself turning around expecting to see someone before remembering we are not in the same place. Their energy is so potent that it draws me to them. It can happen with someone you haven't seen in years who suddenly pops into your mind. You feel them near you, sometimes, they feel so close you can almost feel their breath. In other instances, you might feel excited, it is like they are about to walk through the door. Their energy is so powerful that when they think of you, they make you think of them too. If this happens, reach out to the person and let them know they were just on your mind. Don't be surprised if they tell you they were just thinking of you too. 4. Your eyes twitch. I hadn't spoken to my mother in over a week. This might seem like a short time to others, but it feels like an eternity to us. Just the other day, my eyes started twitching uncontrollably. At first, I thought I was just tired, but it continued even after I had rested. I then remembered that eyes twitching is one of the signs from the universe that someone is thinking of you. Lo and behold, the twitching stopped when I called my mother, who confirmed I had been on her mind lately. Some cultures believe that eye twitching is a sign that the person is receiving a message from the universe. The one I strongly believe and have personal experience with, is that they are thinking of you. Be warned, however, that not all twitches mean someone has good thoughts towards you. Sometimes your eye twitches when someone has unpleasant thoughts. It is believed that this happens when the right eye twitches, especially in women. Don't let this worry you, the universe is looking out for you and won't let anything harm you. 5. You see things that remind you of them. Do you know how it can be when you start seeing things that remind you of someone everywhere when you think of them? Well, this can also happen when they think of you. Random things start popping up that bring them to mind. You might see them on your social media page, see an ad that made you laugh, or meet someone with the same name or who bears a striking resemblance to them. Such occurrences can let you know when someone is thinking of you or has a message for you. These are the signs the universe throws out that let you realize you are on someone's mind. It can be comforting, and it might be time to reach out to this person to see how they are doing. 6. Mood swings. I am one of those people who gets mood swings when dealing with strong emotions. I can't help it, it's just who I am. Even with these mood swings, I can usually tell when the emotions are not coming from me. I might be having a normal day when a wave of emotions washes over me. This just lets me know that those emotions are coming from someone else. The person thinking of you might feel sad or in pain, making you feel the same. This happens without warning and can leave you confused. When they are happy, you are happy too. As crazy as this might make you feel, these emotions are justified, they are just not yours. I take comfort in knowing that the person will also feel unexplainable mood swings when they are on my mind. It is petty, but it lets me know that I am not alone in this. 7. They are always coming up. One time, after ending a relationship with my now partner, I didn't want to see or think of them. Coincidentally, everyone started talking about them at the same time. Even friends who didn't know them that well would ask about them or say they saw them somewhere. This happened with people who didn't know we were apart. I would also see mutual friends and their family members everywhere, which I thought quite odd as this didn't happen before. If this has happened to you, it is one of the signs from the universe that someone is thinking about you. When they think of you, their energy is so strong that it draws you together, just not in the same physical place. The energy also affects the people around them, which is why random people might bring them up out of the blue. It could either be a good thing or a sign that you need to start afresh. In my case, it was the best thing to happen as it brought us close once more. 8. Uncontrollable sneezing. Our connection to other human beings and nature is one of the most fascinating things. Uncontrollable and consecutive sneezing might be the last thing to make you think of someone, but it could mean someone is thinking of you. The sneezes can come out of nowhere, with nothing to trigger the reaction. If you sneeze 3 or more times back to back, it is another sign from the universe that someone is thinking of you. If your relationship with this person is romantic or if they are physically attracted to you, the sneezing might mean they are thinking of kissing or sleeping with you. In certain Asian cultures, you don't even need to sneeze. You can tell if someone is thinking of you if your nose starts itching. 9. Random hiccups. This is yet another physical sign from the universe that someone is thinking of you. In my tradition, hiccuping randomly for no apparent reason means someone is talking about you. Some traditions believe it happens when someone is thinking of you. However, there is no way to tell whether these thoughts are negative or positive. Whenever you get random hiccups, try to find out if they have an actual reason, such as drinking or eating too fast, acid reflux, or medication. If you exhaust the list of possible reasons for hiccuping and find none applies to your case, you can know that someone out there is thinking of you. Some people believe you can tell the exact person who is thinking of you by saying their name out loud. If you have someone you think could be the one, say their name out loud, and if the hiccups stop, you have found the culprit. 10. You ran into them. I lost faith in coincidences after meeting multiple people who told me, I was just thinking or talking of you yesterday. It has happened more times than I can count, and in some situations, these are people I hadn't thought about in ages. I have also met multiple people who randomly crossed my mind a few hours, sometimes even minutes after they popped up. I would consider it a coincidence if they were someone I lived close to or occasionally met. You might notice that you have gone over 5 years without seeing someone, and you see them right after you think of them. You can see why I don't believe such occurrences are coincidental. I believe this happens because the strength of your thoughts towards this person, or theirs towards you, attracted you to each other. The spiritual energy between the two of you brought you together. 11. Synchronicities. One of the things I used to justify my poor belief in coincidences is synchronicities. I firmly believe that we sometimes think of a person at the same time they think of us. Have you ever gone to text or call someone at a random hour, and they happen to call or text you or send a video you just watched at the same time? Sometimes the two of you don't even contact each other, but you see that they were online or at the same place you were at roughly the same time. I believe this happens because at some point during the day, you saw or heard a random thing that reminded you of them or that the two of you experienced together, but it got stored in your subconscious. The incident will come to you when you rest and make you randomly think of this person. Although there is nothing to prove that you actually had the same experience, it is too much of a coincidence to believe that you thought of each other out of the blue. Whether coincidence or synchronicity, your energies were somehow drawn together at the same time, and you experienced the same or similar occurrences at this time, making you think of each other. 12. Random contact throughout the day. One of my favorite signs from the universe that someone is thinking of you is when they make random contact, for example, through text the whole day. I resonate with this sign so much because it is what I do when I think of someone, and it makes me feel extra special when someone does the same for me. Someone that is thinking of you will gravitate towards you and find ways to reach out to you to let you know you are on their mind. The contact can be as flimsy as a funny meme, video, or a quick "how are you doing" message. No matter what kind of contact they use, they are telling you that they were thinking of you and just wanted to check on you. They find random ways to close the physical gap separating you and bring you closer, if just for a moment. 13. Burning sensation on your cheeks. Sometimes, one of the signs from the universe that someone is thinking of you can show itself through blushes. Your cheeks get hot because you are flattered or embarrassed, even though there is nothing that brought that reaction. When this happens, the universe tells you that someone you love is thinking about you. In most cases, they are positive thoughts. They can also be sexual if the person thinking of you has a romantic relationship with you. 14. Your intuition tells you. There are a few things in this world stronger than your intuition. If you have a gut feeling that someone is thinking about you, they most probably are. People might make you think you are crazy for thinking this way, but the gut is rarely wrong. It is correct, even if you haven't seen or heard from the person you believe is thinking of you in a while. Your intuition lets you know that your spiritual connection is as strong as ever, and that your bond is unbreakable. It is especially important to listen to your intuition. If it is someone who is far away from you, you have a spiritual connection that transcends any explainable connection. It could also be the universe telling you to reach out to this person to know how they are doing. 15. White butterflies or feathers. The color white is mainly associated with purity and angels, and there is a reason for that. The color carries great symbolism, especially if you have lost a loved one. The last on our list of signs from the universe that someone is thinking of you, is seeing white feathers or butterflies. It could be white birds in some cases. This is a special sign coming from your lost loved one. The universe uses the white feather, bird, or butterfly to let you know your loved one is thinking of you. They are watching over you and want you to know you are protected. This can be a comforting sign, especially when you are craving contact from someone you lost recently. There are multiple signs from the universe that someone is thinking of you around you every day. The signs could point to someone you have not seen in a while, a loved one in heaven, or your partner. These signs make you feel loved, creating a temporary connection between you. They also show you that you have such a strong bond that the physical distance between you cannot stop it. It is one of the most heartwarming things. Thank you for taking the time to watch our video. If you enjoyed it and found it useful, please consider sharing it with your friends and family if you think they might benefit from it. Subscribe and hit the bell button so you get notified when the next video is out. We tried to cover everything that we thought is important about this topic, but if you think we missed something, or you have a question, or anything else, please leave a comment down below. We will try to answer as soon as we can, and to the best of our knowledge.